If you're someone who have watched almost 5 to 10 videos about building an habit and you are literally not understanding like how can I build a habit, well, you are in the very right video, because in this video I'm going to talk about what are the practical tips you need in your journey to build a habit. I'm also in the process of building a habit of a book reading, so I will take example of that as well. My name is Harsh and I'm building the TheHarshWise. In this channel I help you to get ahead in your journey, and every Wednesday and Sunday I upload a new video. Also I do a live which is called Ask Wisers, where I solve your problem as well. So let's get straight to the point. Well, we all need to understand is one thing, that our brain need data, and that data actually come through repetition. Well, you need to understand this thing, whatever you want to learn and whatever the habit you want to build, you need to understand is one single thing, is that you need to do that thing repeatedly every single day for almost 1 to 3 months, and after that you will build a consistent habit of yourself. Just think about your brushing habit. Every morning when you wake up, you brush your teeth and you think like, man, why I do it every single day? Because that's what you have learned from your childhood. That's very simple to understand it. So let's talk something practical. Let's suppose you are someone who want to build a habit and you start doing for a few weeks, but after a few weeks you realize because of some conditioning, because some relative came at your home or you have to go for any party thing, like any cause happened, and after that you are unable to continue that thing and you just get out from that zone of consistency. And well, that's very okay. You need to understand this thing, it is very okay. Like I have also came into the same point of view, and that's what a lot of YouTubers miss, that there are the time when things become very hard for you to become consistent. You can see this graph where I actually shown that sometimes you can't be productive and sometimes some other days where you are hyper productive. If you have following me on Instagram, which is my username is TheHarshWise, so you can go and follow me. You will realize some days are there where I am super productive and there are some days where I'm unable to do anything, because there could be a lot of reason of that. Like you get a lot of assignment from your college or your school, priority of work, maybe you get ill in this process, your head are aching, or you are tired enough that you are unable to do that thing again at that day. Well, that's very okay. You need to understand it is not a problem in that. Also, one thing you need to understand here is that whatever the success rate is, there are also a failure rate. Like whenever you are trying to do things, you will win for 3 and maybe you will lose for 2. So it's very okay. And here I want to add one principle from Rashamani, which I have read from his book, which is called Build Don't Turn. And if you are someone who haven't watched that video, make sure you watch that video, which is mentioned on the I button. So go and check it out. So Rashamani shared that if you are someone who want to build a habit, you have to do reps. And when you do reps, you give your brain some data, that because that activity actually become a data for your brain that I am doing this thing, and your brain get trained for that. So Rashamani talk about showing up daily. Just showing you 1% every single day can help you to build that habit. Let's suppose I want to build a habit of book reading. What could I do is I can sit for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and I'm just taking the time to read a book, read a single page. And let's suppose my relative are there, let's suppose I'm very ill, let's suppose I have to go for a wedding or a party, and whenever I can, I give my 1 minute time, because we all know giving 1 minute time is actually not a very hard task for us. You're giving a 1 minute time for spending on reading book, or maybe give yourself a rest, because rest is also very important. Giving your 1% every single day can help you to build that habit, because when you do it for 1 month, your brain get enough data. This is also talk about in Atomic Habit. If you do things for 1% every single day, you get better and better and better in the process. And also you need to understand this thing, success of everything is very overrated. Whatever I have told you in the whole thing can be very overrated, and you have read a lot about things. So you need to understand this thing, it is very okay you are inconsistent for 2 days and 3 days, but your inner mindset is very important, that you are not telling yourself a different story. Let's talk about that. The third point is mindset. Mindset is very important, is that you are telling your brain that you can do it and you can do it and you can do it. So whatever you to-do list you create, because I have heard a lot of people just talking about, hey Harsh, you talk about to-do list, you talk about building a habit tracker, which is a part of the TheHarshWise 2.0 series. You can get the access in the description. I have talked some of the audience of my YouTube channel which actually studies, which are on my college. I have asked them and they have told me like, hey Harsh, the problem with us are we make to-do list, we write the things which I have to do in this today, but we are unable to complete that. And you need to understand is that a lot of people feel like, man, I'm someone who can't do it. Maybe I'm not a person who is productive. Maybe I am unable to complete a task. That's what you are telling telling your brain that maybe I'm a person who is not capable. Well, that's not what you have to do. If you're someone who is unable to complete a task which is written on your to-do list, well, either take that to-do list, or if you're thinking like maybe things are becoming more negative and more negative for yourself, you are thinking like, man, I'm unable to complete this task, just throw that to-do list away and set something new for yourself. And after setting something new for yourself, try to complete that, because when you tell your brain a story, you need to complete that to prove your brain that, hey, I am someone who can do it, I am the person who can do it. At time you tell your brain a story, that because everything is decided upon your brain will tell you that you can do it. When you tell your brain that you can do it, your brain will tell you can do it. That's what actually happens when we fail. And the fourth point is very important, that appreciate yourself. Well, you all know about reward thing, like Atomic Habit talk about giving yourself a reward. Well, giving your reward could be a self appreciation. Well, when you appreciate yourself, you realize you are giving a more and more boost to yourself, that I can do it, I'm a person who can do it. When you appreciate yourself, your brain will also appreciate in the time when you are unable to do the things. Let's suppose I'm unable to create video for last week. I was taking a long break for myself. When I came back, I was very tired. I was unable to create videos. I used to be very tired at these days, and you need to understand, hey, maybe I'm tired, maybe I'm unable to do things, but I'm a person who can do it. And then one day I started recording videos, and I'm now in the same pace where I can create videos. You have seen me coming live where I'm solving a lot of problems, and that is called Ask Wiser series. I'm coming live and solve your problems. If you're someone who have any questions specifically you want to solve me in live, where you are there, I am there, and will give you the answer, just put down a comment with a hashtag called Ask Wiser. When you comment using a hashtag called Ask Wiser, a lot of people will get associate that, hey, this is the problem I am actually going to ask, and you never know like what problem is actually someone facing, so you can go and ask that. Well, in between I talk about success rate. Success rate means we are think like, man, I should be productive. Like if I'm giving myself input, I should be succeed in the process. If I'm trying this thing for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day or 1 week, I should be successful. If you're someone who go to gym, you will understand this thing. Like if you go for a gym for 1 day, 2 and 3 day, 4 day, you feel a lot of pain because your body is not ready. That's what actually happen when you try to do something for the first day. Your brain is not ready for that. But if you're going for gym for almost a month and 2 months, 3 months continuously, your body will bear all the pain of that, and slowly you will see some growth in your body. That's what happened through your brain as well. When you do things for a month, 2 months, 3 months, your brain get adapted to that and help you to do things consistently. Let's suppose you are someone give every single day of yours to write something on internet. Well, I have seen people giving this 90 days challenge, 90 days writing challenge. You could do that. Well, after doing this challenge, you will be a person who can easily do any challenge because you trained your brain for such challenges. So yeah, that's very important. And you can understand this one single thing is that whatever the effort you are giving, well, there's a thing called Pareto principle, which is 80% of your result is actually came from the 20% effort, which means you are trying things for 1 day, 2 day, 3 day and continuously for 90 days. You see, like after doing it for 10 days and 30 days, you will realize I'm becoming more faster into it. So now after this 30 days, another 30 days will be far more easier for you, because that will become the 20% of your task, and that will give you the 80% boost in your life. All your success rate is always, well, you need to understand, you can analyze this thing on everywhere. Like people who know me, they know how I become far more better into public speaking. Like I was just trying to, tell people answers. I try to give them some knowledge in standing in front of the class. Just go on blackboard and speak, and slowly I'm becoming someone who is very presentable in the class. Now I can go and stand in front of the class and I can speak far better than anyone else. Well, I know a lot of people are there who are very better communicator, but from all over the class, I came in 1% of people who are very presentable. Well, that's a very good achievement for me, because now I have trained my brain that, hey, I'm someone who can do it. Well, I hope you understand some principles which are very important in your life. Well, you can build your habit using these principles, and I assure you that if you follow every single step dedicatedly, you will not going to fail to build a new habit. You need to understand is that building a habit actually takes time. So you have to give that time to it. You need to understand is that you need to try things again and again. Just try this principle which I have actually to talk about in my post, that is try, 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 and when you fail that, try again. And one lesson you always have to keep in your mind is that whatever the day you miss to do that task, just don't let it to continue for second day. Like it means you don't have to miss something for 2 days, and if you are missing something for 2 days, it should be your priority to complete that task on the third day. Otherwise you will miss that thing. I have seen myself becoming very inconsistent in a lot of things, and I have tried this thing on my breathing habit. I'm trying to do deep breathing every day. At some days I'm very tired or I'm not able to do that thing, so I try to skip one day and I do this for alternate days. That's the way you can build a habit. So you don't need to be someone who do the same thing again and again on every single day. You could do it on alternate days. That is very easy. So choose a path which is easy for you and the habit will become very easier. Well, I hope you understand every single thing. I have shared the link of all the books which I have talked about in this video, which is Build Don't Talk, Atomic Habit, and a third book which is my own favorite. Here is the book which is called Eat That Frog, written by Brian Tracy, and it actually help you to learn how to remove procrastination from your life. Well, I apply one of the most important principles from this book is that setting deadline. Like sometime whenever I feel like, man, I'm not able to do this thing, like I'm recording this video, I have to go out for something, but I have set a deadline for myself, like I have to do this thing and I will take like mostly 20 and 30 minutes, and in the time I can create a video, and after that I can go somewhere wherever I have to go. All the links are mentioned in the description. So if you're someone who's interested into buying these books, and very honestly, if you buy from that link or very small percentage of that, which actually help me and my team to create more videos like that. Thank you so much for watching, and my name is Harsh and you're watching this TheHarshWise. I will meet you in the next video. Till then, you can watch this video to understand how to learn faster. Maybe your college teacher don't know about that. Then subscribe my channel and follow my Instagram for more content like that.